but it couldn't fill me. A man's empty praise and treasures that fade are never enough. Then you came along and put me back together. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing. Nothing is better than you. No, I'm not afraid to show my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain is the God of the valley, and there's not a place your mercy and grace won't find me again. You're the only one who can. my song ever said, well, from the gravest of all valleys come the pastures we call grace, a mighty river flowing upward from a deep but empty grave. I will praise you on the mountains, and I will praise you in the mountains in my way. You're the summit where my feet are, so I will praise you in the valleys all the same. No less God within the shadows, no less faithful when the night leads me astray. You're the heaven where my heart is, in the highlands, in the heartache, all the same.
Hey Cross City students, hope you're having an awesome night. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel and I'm looking forward to getting to share a Diva with you tonight. We've been going over the book of James for the past few Wednesday nights, and tonight we're going to continue with James 4. So let's not waste any time and we'll jump right in. James 4, starting in verse 1 through 3 says, "What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? You desire, but you do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. When you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures." Okay, pause. That's a lot, right? We just heard about killing, fighting, and a lot of other things. So let's break it down. James starts off by talking about our fights with one another. Now, in a time like now, #pandemic, I would venture to say that there may be a fight or two happening between you and your parents and or siblings since everyone's been cooped up for so long. I think like 99% of my fights when I lived at home were because I shared a bathroom with my sister, and that is just recipe for disaster. But even without the pandemic, we get in fights with our friends, people make us mad, and sometimes we just don't get along. Or someone says something about us or to us that frustrates us. Or maybe we don't get invited to the hang with our friends and we're immediately upset at the person that should have invited us. Maybe your teammate gets a spot on the team that you wanted and you're jealous and it affects your relationship. All very normal, common things. We tend to be so quick to get frustrated at the other person. It's their fault. They said that rude thing and it made me mad. They got what I wanted and it makes me jealous. They left me out and that's not fair to me. I.e., people do things, then I react because of it. Well, James would disagree with that. He lays it out point blank. What causes fights between you? They come from the desires that battle within you and within me. The problem is not what other people do or how they act towards us. The problem is within us. The problem is pride. It's all about us. We are selfish people by nature. We want what we want when we want it. James says that we fight with others, we covet or want something we can't have that someone else has. And sometimes we even ask God for things that are just for our own selfish desires. Newsflash, did you know that you are actually completely in charge of how you react towards things? We obviously cannot control how someone treats us, but we can control our reactions. And because of that, we cannot actually blame others for making us feel frustrated or sad or angry or jealous. It's actually our choice to let others react the way that we do. And more times than not, we react because we feel like we are entitled to something or we deserve for people to do what we want. AKA, we're prideful. So what do? We're going to find ourselves in situations of conflict with other people. We are going to feel jealous from time to time. We can't just hear this and be like, cool, I'm just going to will myself on my own power to never be frustrated by things or feel jealous ever again. Not going to happen. So what's the solution? Let's jump down to verse 7 and 8. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Come near to God, and he will come near to you. In simpler terms, the solution is humility. Submit yourself to God. The first part of that word, sub, means to come under. And the second part of the word means to let something go. So the verse says, submit yourselves to God, so come under his authority and let go of what you think you need and what you think you deserve. And then the next part of these verses are commands with a promise. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Resist the temptation to let your pride rule your decisions and reactions. And come near to God, and he will come near to you. Isn't that amazing? We've covered a lot, so let's wrap it up into something you can take away and talk about in your small groups. So when you're at home for the bajillionth day in a row and your brother does something and you want to give him a piece of your mind, stop, take a deep breath, recognize that you are in complete control of how you react, and pray. Ask God to help you submit to him and come under his authority. Resist the temptation to act out in frustration, and then let it go. When your mom is asking you to wash the dishes after dinner and you're feeling entitled to not do them, and also, why can't she make your sister do it because she asked you last time? Stop, breathe. You can love your mom and ultimately love God more than you need to be selfish. And then just do it. When you go back to school and your friend does something petty that bothers you, before you react, remember you get to choose how you can feel in this moment. Think, do I need to come at my friend and rage on them or talk about them behind their backs to other friends? Or can I chill, come under God's authority through humility and submission, and let it go? I believe that we can be better friends. I believe that I can be better too. So let's remember the words of James this week and practice getting rid of our pride and clothing ourselves in humility.